this sort of persistent interest and persistent activity in the sector in Alberta, despite government change that shifted policies away from supporting the industry. It didn't matter. It had already done its job, and things are happening. So the cost of technology and this persistent idea that electricity prices will over time continue to go up in Alberta, I think, is one of the main factors, and that's a deregulated energy market, and people here are entrepreneurial and always looking for things to do. So it just sort of creates it's starting to create a buzz, and all things politics notwithstanding, the fundamentals here are so good that why wouldn't you want to be involved in this? So you're all on the right track, and it's interesting the mix of backgrounds here from the software and oil and gas as being two really strong sources for where people are coming from on this. So oil and gas, tech, and renewables. I think there's a really important formula there. I could ramble on and on, but I'll just start with the first slide here. So as you said, we're going to be talking about projects, job opportunities, bidding opportunities, and then some community renewable energy investment options. So you talked about Sabre, which is one of the co-ops. We'll be talking about a couple of other options as well, less so focused just on them. So let's begin. So Joe gave me a very nice introduction there on the background. I have worked in wind. I've been on 5 different wind projects since 2009. So every so often I'll go out and when I need a reality check, go out on the wind farm and work at heights. And I just love the technology and love working out there. But I don't really, this is the kind of work I really enjoy doing, but it's really good to keep both sides of your brain flexible, right? So if you've never gone out on a real at minus 20 wind farm construction in the middle of winter in Alberta, it's a great experience. It'll really harden you up if you've been feeling a little soft lately.
Is it extra breezy up there?
Yeah, a little extra breezy at times, yeah. Well, I was just in Pincher Creek on the Riverview Wind Project, and it started well behind schedule because of some delays with the AUC and then some delays with the Vestas turbine deliveries. So they were hoping to be almost done by Christmas, and they were just getting the first turbine started. So it's the worst place in North America to have to build a wind farm in the middle of winter. But there they are. They're doing it. So if you go for a drive down there, you'll see the new machines, and they're pretty impressive. Anyway, so what I really enjoy doing is the market research and networking and meeting people and finding out what folks' interests are and where you're looking to potentially find an opportunity in this. Not just to do it because it's the right thing to do, or sort of on a volunteer basis. It's like, no, do this on a get paid basis so that you can do it full time all the time, because that's how much we need to do it to actually make a dent in the entire the climate and emissions profile. Like we need to all be looking at this as a career move, not as a So that's kind of always the way I've wanted to approach it. And it took me a long time to get to a point where I had enough of a network and enough knowledge from different parts of it to actually consult and try to define what that means for myself. But there's quite a few different opportunities. So there's transferable skills. There's many different skills that are required. So there's a lot happening in Alberta right now. Ontario's ripping wind turbines out of the ground, as you've probably heard, so this is sort of the place to be right now. BC has BC Hydro and a Site C dam and a whole other pile of things there. So really the only game in town right now is Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Nova Scotia. And so it's a pleasure to continue coming over here I live in Nelson, BC, so I'm 6.5 hours from Lethbridge, and I spend a lot of time there back and forth because I love Lethbridge. There, said it. Good. All right, so we're gonna start big picture, and if anyone has a question that pops up,
but I have an errand.
Sure.
Yeah.
If anyone does have a question, maybe hang on to it to where if you can kind of see it plateauing in terms of a topic, and you see it's gonna move on, and you want to ask your question relevant to what we're discussing, then go ahead, but just not right in the middle of my rambling.